Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in this video we are going to be talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville, Sunni and Moses, and doing a deep dive about why I think the first year of marriage has been so hard for her. Sunni went live the other day and honey, she was preaching and teaching about marriage. Now at first I was like, whoa Sunni, you are a newlywed. You and Moses barely been married a year, so honey, you can't tell nobody nothing about keeping a marriage together. But the more I listened to the video, she really started to make sense on a lot of things that she was talking about, and my heart really goes out to her because it seems like she really didn't know what she had really signed up for. And that's why my heart goes out to her, because people have a fantasy of what marriage really is. You got to understand that Sunni is at an age where she wants to be married and she wants to have a baby, and when women get to a certain age in their life, they will put up with certain things that they wouldn't put up with in their 20s or early to mid 30s. As a mature woman, Sunni knows what the dating pool looks like, and I think she had an expectation for her married life. Most women do, but the tables turned when she found herself in a fight that she was unprepared for. Nobody gets married to get a divorce, right? How would that look, getting a divorce, and you have only been married a couple of months? And how would that look on the show, that you was on the show for one season, you married this man, and then the next season you're divorced? But it's gonna look real fickle when she's at the reunion, and she's at the reunion by herself. Like, that's when a lot of people are gonna have a lot of things to say. So oh my God, my heart goes out to her, y'all. But one thing that really caught my attention in the last few years is to see so many women idolize the ideal of marriage. In my mind's eye, I bet Sunni thought her marriage was going to go in a completely different direction. If we even take the show, for example, she was spiraling then, y'all. Her attitude was just so hard. Like, every time she was in a scene, it was just so hard the way how she was going against women. Honey, she was bold in all of her scenes on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Like, nobody could tell her nothing. But look now, it's sad to see her on social media crying. If she is crying on Instagram, I'm sure she is crying behind closed doors. Those tears just don't happen when you turn that camera on. And so I don't want to take this video to be so hard on her, because a lot of people portray their life one way for the world to see, but behind closed doors, they do suffer in silence. Another thing is that most women have like a checklist of things that they want out of life. And it may be a career, a house, a car, a husband, or a family. And my question is this list so important to the point where you compromise on your belief systems and you begin to settle in fear of missing out on something because you're maturing in your age? I think compromising is okay in marriage. I would suggest it, but it can get you in trouble when you are compromising to the point where you are getting on social media and you are crying because things are a hot mess in your life right now. If that happens, you have to be real honest with yourself and ask yourself, am I compromising too much? Compromising also has to be on both ends. It has to come from the husband and the wife. If someone is compromising to the extent of feeling overwhelmed or unhappy, then it can become problematic. I just heard Jamal Bryan say that he is looking for security in a relationship. And y'all know that he's engaged to a woman and they have a 10-year age gap. He says that when you get to a certain age, you want to be with somebody you can trust enough to take care of you. And the example that he gave was he simply wants someone he can trust enough to be able to take care of him by giving him the right dosage of medicine. And honey, it was real, but it made me laugh. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you get to an age and what you won't tolerate in your 20s or your early to mid 30s, you find yourself tolerating those things later in life because your priorities have changed. It happens every single day, y'all. If Sunni and Moses were more on the same page, it might vanish some of the challenges that they are facing in their first year of marriage. But they're still getting to know each other. Y'all know they say the first year of marriage is the hardest. And I think it's even harder for them because at the end of the day, they really don't know each other like that. They're still learning one another. But I also have to put some of the blame on Carlos King, because the way he introduced Sunni and Moses to us was in an environment of chaos. And that spirit of chaos has seemed to follow follow them even up into present day. It has added so many layers to their struggles and warranted unpopular opinions from fans of the show. Honey, he definitely threw fuel on their fire. But yes, marriage is hard, marriage is work, but it's also sacred. But it's even harder when things are messy. And when things get messy, it can feel very overwhelming. And that's probably why we see Sunni on social media crying. Honey, she is trying to build herself up and reassure herself. But I'm sure in the back of her mind, she was like, dang, I didn't sign up for this. Now, from what the social media streets are saying, Moses is in jail, and I really feel bad for her if this is the case. This would add a whole new level of complex to their situation, while also navigating a new marriage, especially in such turbulent circumstances. And hopefully this is not a defeat for them. But at the cost of him in jail, she has to put a life on hold, and many people will probably say, girl, this is your sign to get up and leave him. Sunni also mentioned on a recent live that she takes her vows very serious because it is a covenant with God, and I definitely believe that. She says that her vows mean something to her, and she has made it very clear that she is going to stick by her man regardless of the situation. She then starts to talk about how women have said to her that the ring doesn't mean nothing, and they are trying to project that mentality and their thoughts on her. She continues on by saying, the ring should mean something, and that is the problem with society now that we don't value marriage enough because the ring should mean something. She says, maybe that's just the old school in me because my parents are in their 70s, so I'm very old school, so the marriage means more. It's not all about the person, it's the covenant that you are standing and taking with Jesus. I don't understand when people say the ring don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing to y'all or to them. She says it's sad in society where we don't think these things mean anything. I'm old school. When a man gets down on his knees and say, will you marry me? That means everything. And that's not even promoted for us to be like that these days. She says when a man does these things, especially in these times, especially with Instagram booties everywhere, it means something. And I can definitely respect that, y'all. So before I wrap up this video, I think Sunni got what she asked for. I think because she compromised, this is what she received. I don't agree with how the start of her relationship happened, but that's not none of my business. Hopefully things will start to turn around for her and Moses in the future. So y'all, those are my thoughts. Leave yours in the comment section of this video. As always, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.